The year was 1610. Galileo, an Italian astronomer, possessed a new instrument, a telescope. He pointed it towards the heavens and observed the planet Saturn. It did not appear as a simple round sphere. Galileo saw what he described as handles or ears on Saturn. He was understandably confused by this sight. The rings were not sharply defined as his early telescope lacked sufficient power. Initially he thought Saturn might be three celestial bodies aligned very closely. Later observations deepened his confusion. The mysterious handles seemed to vanish around the year 1612. Then, after some time, they reappeared. Christian Huygens, a Dutch astronomer in 1655, benefited from a more powerful telescope. He observed the features with greater clarity and correctly proposed they were a flat, solid ring surrounding Saturn but not touching it. Far out in the cold depths of our solar system resides the ice giant Neptune. Neptune is incredibly distant, making detailed observations from Earth exceedingly difficult. Then a new chapter unfolded with Voyager 2, a small, intrepid robotic spacecraft. It executed a flyby of Neptune in the year 1989. Voyager 2 transmitted back breathtaking images and a wealth of invaluable new data. Voyager 2 made a key discovery. Yes, Neptune indeed has rings. However, they are strikingly different from the bright, icy rings of Saturn. Neptune's rings are predominantly dark and remarkably faint, composed of dusty material. These faint structures serve as a reminder that rings are a common phenomenon, but wonderfully diverse throughout our solar system. Uranus stands out as an anomaly. Within our diverse solar family of planets, it rotates on its side, a consequence, perhaps, of a colossal ancient impact or gravitational forces. This icy giant also possesses a ring system. Its rings were first discovered in 1977. The rings of Uranus are notably narrow and exceptionally dark, almost the color of charcoal. This is because they reflect very little sunlight, making them quite challenging to observe directly. They are primarily composed of larger particles, mostly meter-sized chunks of dark material. Uranus is encircled by at least 13 distinct rings. The inner rings are narrow and dark. The outer system features two distinct rings. One of these outer rings exhibits a reddish hue, while the other displays a striking blue color. The blue outer ring is thought to be fed by a small moon named Mab. Jupiter, the undisputed king of our planets. Does this colossal world also have rings? For a significant amount of time we were unsure. Its overwhelming brightness tends to obscure any faint, delicate structures that might be nearby. But dedicated space exploration missions eventually provided us with the answer. The Voyager 1 spacecraft flew past Jupiter in 1979. The spacecraft's instruments peered closely at the Jovian environment, and there they were. Faint, almost ethereal, dusty rings. These rings are nearly invisible from Earth-based telescopes, but they are undeniably real. Jupiter's rings are primarily composed of dust. Countless tiny particles swirling around the planet. These small moons are constantly bombarded by micrometeoroids, asteroids, and comets. This dust then forms the rings. Now our cosmic journey returns us to Saturn, the true, undisputed Lord of the Rings. Its magnificent ring system is instantly recognizable, an iconic symbol of outer space exploration. The rings are incredibly bright and luminous, and they are breathtakingly wide, spanning vast cosmic distances. Saturn's rings are overwhelmingly icy, composed mostly of water ice particles. Billions upon billions of them. These individual icy particles vary greatly in size. They range from tiny microscopic dust specks to enormous chunks. This abundant water ice is highly reflective, like freshly fallen snow, efficiently scattering sunlight. Despite their immense width and grandeur typically, their vertical thickness is only tens of meters. Saturn's rings are not solid structures. Saturn's rings are undeniably magnificent. A true wonder of our solar system. But are they eternal? Current scientific understanding suggests they might be a temporary celestial feature. Perhaps a relatively recent addition to Saturn's ancient and enduring majesty. This concept is quite startling that such breathtaking grandeur could be so fleeting on vast cosmic timescales. Mounting evidence strongly indicates that the rings are surprisingly young. Perhaps only about 100 million years old. Or possibly even younger than that. Dinosaurs still roamed our planet Earth when Saturn's rings might have first formed. And they are currently in the process of disappearing. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, but surely. How do we know this is happening? Through a fascinating phenomenon known to scientists as ring rain. Saturn's immense gravity constantly pulls ring particles inward, down towards the giant planet itself. These particles, predominantly made of water ice, interact with Saturn's powerful magnetic field and with its upper atmosphere. They then fall onto Saturn's cloud tops, like a slow, steady, invisible rain. This relentless process of ring rain gradually erodes the magnificent rings over vast stretches of millions of years. While Saturn's prominent, main rings may be destined to vanish, the story of rings in the Saturnian system is likely far from over. Saturn's environment is remarkably dynamic, filled with a multitude of moons, both large, well-known ones and smaller, fainter ones. In recent years, astronomers have discovered many new small moons orbiting Saturn. Dozens of them have been identified, making Saturn the planet in our solar system with the most currently known moons. These numerous small moons play significant roles. They continuously interact with the existing ring system. Some of these tiny moons act as shepherd moons. Their gravitational influence helps to sculpt the sharp edges of the rings. Others among these small bodies might be active sources for new, fainter rings, or delicate, narrow ringlets of material. It is widely theorized that the brilliant rings we see today originally formed from a shattered moon, or perhaps a captured comet torn apart. It is entirely plausible that new rings could form in the distant future, long after the current ones have faded. The grand cosmic cycle of creation and destruction continues unabated throughout the universe. Saturn's rings are far more than just a beautiful sight.